bodies are built to walk, and as a true Colorado girl, I've been doing exactly that for a long time, toddling around in the bubble of safety created by my family and hiking up and down trails all my life. I have my mother to thank for instilling in me a curiosity about the natural world and a love of walkable cities and towns everywhere. Together, my mom and I walked in 45 states and 4 countries, from St. Louis to the South Island of New Zealand. Our steps together ended 8 years ago when I became my mother's caregiver during the last 3 months of her life. During that time, I took walks every day to let the bubble of grief that expanded in my chest deflate enough that I could circle back to her, and simply survive. During that time, I learned the truth of St. Augustine's understanding. It is solved by walking. Even in her death, my mother gave me the gift of learning the profound benefits of walking, which led me to a whole new approach to my career in urban planning. Last year, as part of my work with the city of Boulder, I developed a 26-mile walking loop called the Walk 360. I wanted to give people permission and a pathway to go where they hadn't gone before. I wanted to make circling the Boulder bubble on foot a thing. The most interesting thing about a bubble or a circle of people isn't what's inside it, but rather the rainbow swirling tension-filled boundary that gives it structure. Like people, the edges of our city are lively and colorful with rich histories and hidden assets. Developing the Walk 360, I included dirt trails, paved multi-use paths, sidewalks, streets without sidewalks, and alleyways, all the different swirls of our walking environment fabric. I have now walked this route more than 6 times in every season, and I have learned 3 things. First, choose your own adventure. My husband calls me the Pied Piper of Boulder, but not everyone is willing to come along with me for an 11-hour urban hike. As much as I love walking all day long, I want to give other people the chance to experience the Walk 360 at their own pace, taking in the changing landscape and letting it change them too. When we walk, we discover that things aren't as far apart as they seem, and that experiences of awe are accessible to us every day from every angle. Comedian Stephen Wright says, "Everywhere is within walking distance if you have the time." The Walk 360 is a slow marathon that takes just enough time to get really silly and blow bubbles. Lesson number 2, see and be seen. Research in evolutionary biology suggests that humans, like other animals, value prospect and refuge, the ability to see without being seen. But also, like other animals, we like to show off our plumage and connect with each other. Walking around the edge of the city, our perspective through the bubble bends. We get to see the heartfelt ways people express themselves on the trail and off through offerings and artworks that declare their true style and personalities. By letting ourselves be seen, we build trust, not just among those people walking together, but also between people and the environment itself. We experience a kind of ecotone where we dwell on the edge of different beings, people, and landscapes. Lesson 3, step out. The city of Boulder has 515 miles of sidewalks, 150 miles of dirt trails, and 85 miles of paved multi-use paths. On the Walk 360, we invite people to cross into and out of these systems on foot, connecting them in creative ways. By doing this, we learn that our bodies belong everywhere. The so-called bikeways are for walkers too. So are those pathways through dead-end streets. By putting our bodies into public space, we reclaim it and we reconnect with ourselves in the process. We also learn what constitutes the fabric of our city and how we react to it physically. In the summer, we get a good whiff of the Western Disposal Compost Facility adjacent to the South Boulder Creek Path. And in the winter, we witness by the removal or buildup of snow and ice where walkers are expected and where we aren't. In every season, we learn how different it really is to travel at 3 miles per hour than at 15 or 55 as we share space with bicycles and cars. So circling the city over and over and over again, I've learned that we can choose our own adventures in life, carve out unique ways to see and be seen, and step out of our everyday patterns to burst the bubbles of our city and our self-concepts. To be honest, I'm not sure that my adventurous mother, whose favorite walking story was about our Grand Canyon rim-to-rim hike in 1987, would have joined me in walking circles around the city of Boulder, but I know she would have loved what we discovered along the way. I challenge you to get out and find these 3 things on the Walk 360 path. The first little free library in Colorado, this stack of happy pigs facing the Wonderland Creek path, and this artwork near North Boulder Park. Walk on, Boulder!